Story of two New Mexico helicopter pilots who pulled off one of the most daring combat rescues of the Vietnam War is finally being told. Tom Baca and Jack Swickard used the blades of their helicopters to chop through jungle to get down and rescue trapped soldiers. Now, the TV documentary about their heroism debuts this week, but Bob Martin introduces them tonight.
1967, and helicopter pilot Tom Baca of Albuquerque is flying the chaplain around in his unarmed Huey.
And it was kind of a milk run that day.
But he is soon called to rescue wounded. Baca finds troops surrounded in a desperate firefight and below a canopy of tall bamboo trees. The only way in used the Huey's rotor blades like a big weed whacker.
I just said, you know, I think we can do this. Maybe. Let's go down a few feet and see what happens. The blades were doing okay. They were being damaged, but it was cutting it pretty good.
With bullets hitting the aircraft, they picked up the wounded. At a nearby base, they are asked to go back and evacuate the rest of the unit. Another New Mexico pilot, Jack Swickard, in another Huey, will help. The two helos go back, but the fight moved, and they must chop new holes.
It was pretty scary. I just really didn't think that we were going to be making it through that day in one piece at all. I really thought we were going to die.
It would take 5 trips by both helicopters to rescue everyone. Each time, enemy fire targeted soldiers instead of the pilots.
They're going to figure out that they got to disable the pilots if they're going to bring us down. And I kept waiting, almost wincing, waiting for that shot to come through the helmet.
There was no thought of stopping.
If you're going in to pull people out of on a rescue, you don't leave them. You go in until they're all out.
Tom and Jack say their mission was not unique at the time.
This sort of thing happened almost every day in Vietnam with helicopter pilots. Ours was one day out of thousands of days in Vietnam and thousands of helicopter missions.
Bob Martin, KRQE News 13.
All right, yes, Tom Baca is the identical twin brother of former Albuquerque Mayor Jim Baca. Now, both Tom and Jack were awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for their bravery. The documentary called Helicopter Wars is running on the Smithsonian Channel. Jack Swickard, incidentally, is now back in Vietnam, traveling the Ho Chi Minh Trail with a former Viet Cong soldier, and they are writing a book together. Some other